Tell me, why did you choose electrical engineering? What was the reason for you to choose electrical engineering?
As a student growing up from South Sudan, it's not actually every part of my country that has access to electricity.
It's a very admirable aspiration that you have, Paul, to help your country. In fact, living in Sukabumi, with all the comforts at our fingertips, we forget how difficult life is at certain parts of the world.
Halo semuanya, nama saya Paul Bior. Saya dari Sudan Selatan. Saya mahasiswa Nusa Putra, jurusan Teknik Elektro.
Sampurasan, and welcome to the Genusian Podcast, where we bring you the latest news, events, and the most happening people at Nusa Putra University. This week, as we record for the Genusian Podcast, we remember all the people in Sukabumi Regency who are affected by the floods. We at Nusa Putra University pray for their safety and that everything returns to normal soon. Nusa Putra University has always endeavored to give the best students from across the world an opportunity to study and make their lives better. Today we have with us a brilliant student from the country of South Sudan. Mr. Paul Bior is a student of the 5th semester of electrical engineering and has been studying at Nusa Putra University for the past 3 years. Paul Bior, welcome to the Nusa Putra Genusian Podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
Yes. So Paul, you are a student of electrical engineering. Can you please tell me about how you find Sukabumi and Indonesia, how you came across Sukabumi and Indonesia, and how you came to be in Nusa Putra University?
Yeah, my first time here was actually a little bit strange because this place is actually too different from my country, starting from the weather, the food, and almost everything. So my first month were really strange for me. I was really getting it hard to adjust to the life here. But yeah, after some time, everything was okay.
And how did you get into Nusa Putra University?
Actually, as a young guy, as a young person, I always have that dream to study at a good institute. So when I came across Nusa Putra University, I saw they were giving out scholarship. So I applied and I got selected. So here I'm a Genusian scholar here.
You're a Genusian scholar here. Genusian scholarships are given to the most brilliant students who join Nusa Putra University. We have a large number of students who get education free of cost and in fact some stipend to support their living at Sukabumi during their studies. So Paul Bior, you are a Genusian scholar. But tell me, why did you choose electrical engineering? What was the reason for you to choose electrical engineering?
Actually, electrical engineering is a backbone of our interconnected world, starting from the electricity that we have here every time and the network that is connecting us everywhere.
Yes, it's a core discipline of engineering.
Yeah, it's a core discipline of engineering, as we said. So electrical engineering is actually interesting because if you look at it, mostly when people hear, when you tell someone about it, they always think of wires and those stuff. But actually, it's a very diverse course. We have a lot of things inside. We have a lot of things inside. So I'm also passionate about technology, and I think technology is all about electrical engineering. If you look.
So how is electrical engineering diverse?
It's diverse, when we are coming to things like the industries. You cannot operate industries without the knowledge of
electricity.
You cannot build houses without the knowledge of electricity, and so many other things that we are seeing around today. I chose electrical engineering because it's a very interesting field. Because sometimes when I open my books, I actually get lost in my books because there are a lot of interesting things inside it. So. And it's also a core discipline of engineering because we have to, in connection to civil engineering, we have to learn how to connect the wires when houses are being built. In connection to mechanical engineering, because we need to operate the transformers and I think we also need to use the knowledge of mechanical engineering. So we also learn how to run ships, because without electricity, ships cannot be run. Sorry, and also how to run factories. Without electricity, I don't think factories can work. So, and also it's also a diverse course. When I talk about diversity, inside it, we learn a lot of things, starting from the automation, system control, and electricity, also radio waves and telecommunication, of which I'm very focused on right now, and also a lot of other stuff also. And so I also have my own personal reason.
Okay.
As a student growing up from South Sudan, it's not actually every part of my country that has access to electricity. There's some other part that we don't actually have electricity, that I've seen with my own eyes. So our mothers, our sisters, they have to go kilometers to go and look for water, because they don't have the electricity to turn on the taps and those stuff. And I've also seen brilliant students, they couldn't study at night because they don't have a light bulb and those stuff. So I really want to go back and help the people in my country in any way possible to overcome those things and
Have access to electricity.
have access to electricity.
It's a very admirable aspiration that you have, Paul, to help your country. In fact, living in Sukhabumi, with all the comforts at our fingertips, we forget how difficult life is at certain parts of the world. And I'm really touched, Paul, by your dedication, your aspiration to go back to your country and help rebuild it, especially, like you said, because students do not have access to electricity. Even brilliant students have to compromise because they don't have access to electricity, something that we take for granted here. Women have to walk for miles to get water as well. That's a sad reality, but thanks to students like you who have a vision to go back to your country, I'm sure, Paul, that you will make a good contribution to your country. Well, thank you for your vision so much. It's really touching. But let me ask you something just to lighten the mood. How do you find Nusa Putra University? Because it's such a diverse campus. Have you made some friends? How do you like the food? And how do you find the ambience here?
Actually, I've been here already for 2 years. So things like food, they're not strange anymore. So I'm already used to food. And I'm also glad that I made some good friends, really supportive friends from all over the world. For that, I'm really glad for that.
Do you think that helps you in understanding other cultures and being adaptable to other cultures more easily now that you have spent some time with other students from different countries?
Actually, studying in a multicultural university, like right now, I feel like I know a lot about other countries, other cultures, and other people. So, I have that feeling that I can easily adapt now to other cultures easily.
And Paul, have you picked up Bahasa Indonesia?
Yeah, actually, I speak Bahasa.
You can speak Bahasa?
I
Can you just speak in Bahasa and tell our viewers something in Bahasa?
Halo semuanya, nama saya Paul Bior. Saya dari Sudan Selatan. Saya mahasiswa Nusa Putra, jurusan Teknik Elektro.
Thank you. Nice. That's really nice. Okay, Paul, how do you find time for sports and games, and how is your daily routine here at Nusa Putra University?
Actually, I really love sport, and also, as an electrical engineering student, we have a lot of things to do. We need to do practicals, we need to do some projects and assignments and all those stuff. So I really find it hard to get time to play sports sometimes. But I'm not complaining, but it's actually good. It's actually good because we are learning. So it's really good, but mostly on weekends, if I get time, I play football.
So Paul, what do you think of the course you are pursuing at Nusa Putra University?
It's actually very interesting because the engineering department, we have a lot of good lecturers from abroad, from also Indonesia. And they're really demanding. They are always pushing us to do more. Sometimes we have to stay here until night. As I told you earlier, we don't have that much time. So we have a lot of things to do, and they're really helping. So whenever we need them, they're always there to help us, and also push us to do better, and no more. Yeah, so it's actually very good. Yeah. So unlike your law department, we as electrical engineering students, our lab is actually very tough here. We have to be here at 7 in the morning.
7 in the morning?
Yeah, 7 in the morning until 4 evening. And once the class gets done, our lecturers, especially from India, Indonesia, and Malaysia, they will ask us to go for practical work.
Okay.
Sometimes until 9.
Okay, at night?
Yeah, at night. Then after that, we have to go home, do our assignments, and also prepare for the next day. The same routine. So that's like all the 5 days of the week. And on the weekends, we have to also go for the factory visits, the power plant visits, and all those stuff. Sometimes we are called to go for projects. And so it's actually very tough. It's actually very
I understand what you're saying, Paul. Yeah. But it's for your own good. I hope you understand that the schedule.
Understand. Actually, we are becoming better engineers. I can sense it and I can feel it. So it's actually very good. Yeah. I'm not complaining.
No. But it'll help you become better engineers. I understand that engineering studies at Nusa Putra University are very demanding, and students have to give their 100%. But our endeavor is to make
we have to give the maximum.
Yes,
100%.
Of course. And I'm sure that you will become better engineers. Is there anything you want to ask, Paul?
Yeah. Actually, as earlier, I'm from South Sudan, right? So, what do you think, as a young student like me, can do to make my country a better place? Sam, may I ask you a question?
Certainly.
How can my country, South Sudan, become a developed country?
This is a very deep question that you've asked me, Paul, and I'm not a development expert, I'm just a lawyer. But I think generally that the reality of every country is that its youth, the young people like you, they are the most precious resource of the country. And if the students and young people of South Sudan take it upon themselves, like you have, a vision to develop their country and work hard towards it, acquire the knowledge, go back to the country and help rebuild it, it will become a great country. So it is all in your hands, in the hands of the youth. So I think that way South Sudan will find its rightful place in the Committee of Nations.
Thank you so much.
So, Paul, thank you very much for being with us here on the Genusian Podcast. It was really a pleasure to talk to you and to see your passion for developing your country. And despite the hard work that you're putting in, I assure you that this hard work is very essential for learning what you are learning as an electrical engineer, so that when you go back to your country, you can actually contribute to its development. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So that was Paul Bior from the Electrical Engineering Department who joined us today. Paul Bior from South Sudan, who has a vision to learn electrical engineering to go back and help his own people. It is students like this from different parts of the world who come here and study hard, putting their efforts day and night, who are the building block of greatness of our nation. Till we meet next time, Sampurasan.